People, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this podcast or listening to this podcast too. Myself and Doyle back in business. How are we, fella? Got the shorts on today.
Yeah, it's 18 degrees it's supposed to be today, so for a scouser that means get your knees out, lad. That's what I'm doing. And we'll play footy afterwards as well, you know what I mean?
You don't have very hairy legs.
Not at all, bro. Do you know what I genuinely think
I've
it was?
noticed that before as well.
Yeah. Do you know what I genuinely think it was? Wearing so many shin pads in me. Honestly, I genuinely think so.
Mine.
It's not who I am, lad. It's just not a hairy man. Can't even grow a beard, you know what I mean?
You got that bit on lock, don't you? The old
just a little
John
bit.
Aldridge.
A little bit.
The old strap.
You've never been a hairy man,
Chin
you know?
strap. You really don't have much hair.
Not at all.
I've seen
Don't
you
even
with
have
your top off.
I'm not, lad.
Careful.
Nice and slick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Slick
Anyway,
scouser, lad.
don't know where that's gone. The football must be back.
Yeah, yes.
Because we're talking about Doyle's lack of hairs. Anyway, smash that like button. Get your comments in as we prepare ourselves for the run-in, right? There's no more international silliness, even though I do love an international break because it means I can go away. But we're here for the run-in, Doyle. The next 2 months. Wait, what's the date today? It's the 30th or 31st of March.
Yeah.
April Fool's Day tomorrow. Might be getting a few funny
Fulio
bits
on
and bobs
Arsenal,
tomorrow.
lad.
But let's say there's 2 months. There's 2 months left till the end of the season. And this time in 8 weeks, hopefully, we're in some gutter pissing ourselves, literally, because we're so
that'll be
happy.
fine.
In
I'm
a
okay
good
with
way,
that.
obviously. We're just partying for a week in Liverpool. Hopefully that is the case. As we enjoy the run-in. Massive game this week, as we know. The Merseyside derby once more at Anfield against Everton. What a game, Doyle, to re-kick off the good vibes, the win, hopefully. And let's not forget, brother, 5 wins away from winning the Premier League.
Possibly less if Arsenal lose
Possibly.
or draw, which is definitely a possibility.
For sure.
But this game is huge, lad. Even if do you know what? Even if we win in the title race after the last one, I still want to get these back. And I hope the players have got the same mentality because we owe them one, mate. We did. We played well in that Everton game, and they probably deserved the draw overall. But it was just at the last second, and the way the game ended was just awful. So I know Arne Slot will be going into this one himself, fully equipped and ready to smoke Moisey, mate. And it best happen. It must happen. Because this is the last sprint now, and we've got nothing else to fight for. This is the only focus. They've come back from an international break, and some of them have had more of a rest. Mo Salah is one of them. Get on the pitch and win this game.
No excuses.
None. It's the last sprint, lad. We've got to absolutely send this out the park now and win convincingly. I don't want to crawl over.
We want a feel-good win, don't we?
I don't want nobody to start saying, "Oh, Liverpool have only won the league because of this and that." Go and smoke everybody in front of you and show them that you're the best team in the league and that's why you've won it. Simple as that. So it starts with Everton. It starts there, lad.
And it's Fulham on Sunday as well. Big game away.
It's mad, innit? Because they're playing Fulham tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then Everton. And we're playing Everton. And then Fulham.
And they've just had a game moved, actually, because Palace got into the semi-finals of the Cup.
Who did?
So
Arsenal
v Palace is actually going to get moved. I don't know if it actually affects Liverpool's timings of our games, but...
Is it closer or further away?
I actually don't know. I'd need to look it up.
I'd like it to be closer, and I'll tell you, because Crystal Palace at the moment, lads...
5 wins in a row.
Unbelievable. They're playing... I was going to say swear word then. They're playing unbelievably, lad. Really, really good. So, if they can catch Arsenal in this vein of form, mate, boss.
Yeah, and Fulham aren't too bad, but they did just get smoked by Palace, didn't they? 3-0 at home.
I don't know if you watched that game. Did you watch it?
No.
25 minutes, they absolutely... Fulham dominated, lad. And I said to P-Mac, Fulham can beat Arsenal here, you know, lad. And the second I sent that text message, lad, they just lost it all, and Crystal Palace took over. And
Eddie Nketiah as well.
Eze, honestly,
Eze, great
coming into his own again, and he was my favourite player last season, and he's showing again in the latter stages of this one why he is.
Palace always seem to do well in the run-in, though. They start poorly, or they start okay, and then it's just they peter out for a bit, and then they really do pick it up, kind of this point onwards from April to May.
About
they have
4 months ago or something.
I suppose when you're down there, you have to pick it up, otherwise you're going down. But there's no danger of that for them. Couple of bits to catch up on before we get into the Everton game. We are doing a separate match preview for that, so do watch it. So the internationals, as you said, a lot of players have had much more of a break than others, including Mo Salah.
Yeah.
Even like, the Konates, the Soboslais, Ryan, they've come back now. They've been at home for a week, maybe 10 days, which I think in this part of the season, considering we're out of the FA Cup, we would have been playing if we won our game against Plymouth, we would have played City. And if we beat City, we would have played Bournemouth away. So I'm actually quite happy in a way that we haven't had a game for 16 days.
Is this their biggest rest that they've had
I
all
think
season?
so.
Because some of them may
Maybe
have
in
had
a few
10
years.
days.
Maybe in a few years, this is the biggest rest Liverpool
Because we're not
players
fighting
have
on
had.
all four fronts.
Exactly.
It's weird, isn't it?
Because this time last year, we were in the Europa League. We were in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
I think Paddy's Day we went out to United. But yeah, I agree. This is the rest that I think the fans needed. And we needed it as well. But for the players in particular, how do you think they're going to come back into this run-in? Because there's 9 games. There's no 10, 11, 12 games. There's 9 Premier League games left. Do you think this rest gives Liverpool... Let me ask you like this. Is there now any excuses for any poor performances because of the rest? Or do you think because of the rest, we've actually lost a bit of momentum and it's going to take us a game or two to actually get back up into fifth gear?
Some of these players have no excuse when it comes to physicality. Simple as that. Mo Salah, you've had a long old rest, lad. He didn't go out, did he? No. So he's had a...
I think he played 1 game for Egypt.
Oh, and he got a goal and assist.
And he got a goal and assist, yeah.
But even so, it's all a mentality thing for me. They need to go into it with the right mentality, which is we've got to dominate and start this last sprint, because that's what it is now, with a dominant performance to kick off and set the tone. That's what we've got to do, and it starts with Everton, mate. They've got to go in with a proper mentality of we're going to win this league, and I think they will. Some of the players, every time that they've been asked to fight back in moments of this season, they have. I never point out games like Bournemouth or City. They fought back, and even the Everton game, I know we drew 2-2, we did, but that was a hard fought game, mate, and we should have really got out of there, but we didn't through certain things and whatever else happened.
Well, we were 4 seconds away from winning 2-1.
That's what I mean, lad. And he scored a screamer. Like, it was a brilliant goal from them, to be fair, but there's been moments when we've needed to step up, and we have, and I do think that Everton is that opportunity.
It's the game.
Yeah,
if you can get up for any game, it surely is this one. Wednesday night isn't ideal. You know, actually, we could have played Everton this weekend because all of our players were back, all of theirs were back. But anyway, we go again on Wednesday. And I agree, this is the game. If you can't get back up for this one immediately into 3rd, 4th gear from minute 1, then I don't think you should be a professional footballer.
3 motivations. 1, right, we're going for this league. We want to win this league, yeah. Massive motivation. 2, it's the derby. Regardless if they're 18th and we're 17th, we want to beat Everton. And 3, what they did to us last time, we owed them one. So that's huge.
He's getting it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Lads, yeah.
After what he did to Curtis.
They're going to have to, lad. They're going to have to get stuck in.
Pickford's getting it as always.
Everybody, lad. There's massive motivation for this game. I can't think of any more in the season now other than Arsenal where there's more motivation to win this football game. So there's no excuse, lad. There has to be only 3 points in a win. Yeah. It's Anfield as well. There's 4. Yep. It's at Anfield as well. Got to do it.
And I think because the last game was actually not even that long ago, the bitterness,
it's still
how
there.
did we draw that game, the red card at the end, it all kicked off, obviously. It was the last game at Goodison in terms of a derby. This is like it. This is it. Treat this as a Champions League semi-final almost.
It's got to be a statement win.
It has to be, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. I can't see
anything else. If we open the door to Arsenal, who've now got Saka back, by the way, they'll run for it. They'll still go for it. I know they've been dropping points, but they'll still see an opportunity, and their momentum will build. It definitely will, lads.
Would you take this, right? We need 5 wins to win this Premier League. Let's just say we win the next 5 games. Whatever happens after that 5 games,
don't care.
I am not arsed.
No, of course not.
I am not arsed.
Do you think I'm bothered, lads?
I think we play Arsenal and Chelsea in them last 4.
Okay, let me not lie.
Draw them. I don't, because you know how we won the league last time, right? I remember I was watching the City game with you after we'd won the league.
Oh, yeah.
We lost 5-0, I think, or 4-0. And it was genuinely like the players were half cut still. But at that point, I remember, do you remember we watched it in the old office with the lads? Yeah. And I remember going, don't care.
Yeah.
Shit, but don't care.
Having said that, there is 2 games at the end of it. The last game of the season, I want to win.
Palace
it's the last
at
game
home.
of the season, mate, right? You want to finish the season with a nice triumph, right?
Yeah.
And Arsenal. I'd want to beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
I cannot have them beat
Either way, all those 4 games we'd be getting a guard of honour anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's like a win to me.
Mad,
like if we get a guard of honour from Arsenal, best believe, right? Let's say we've won the league, and you know we do these previews of Robbie and Cecil. And
I want to be there, by the way.
I will be saying, You're giving us a guard of honor. Hold that.
Yeah, I said
That is embarrassing.
weeks
Hold.
weeks ago, like I said,
Ultimate hold.
right, when you were on holiday, I was like, do you know what we do in this league, by the way? I know you're going to get Gillian here, but I want to be here for the clapping, okay?
Do not worry about that.
I want a
my
guard of
friend.
honour.
I'm going to come in to a guard of honor in here to DR
You have to
Sport.
get 2 crowns for us, please, production.
Yeah. So listen, we can speak about the run-in and the international break is over now. But since we've been away, brother, there's been some alleged big news.
Yeah.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, when this broke, I was actually on the way to the airport on Tuesday morning. I did a video. I mean, from Real Madrid side and from Liverpool side, still obviously nothing has been confirmed. Nothing is official yet.
Nothing.
It's all come from Alex Crook at TalkSport, who basically said it's all agreed, it's happening. Do you think they've jumped the gun a little bit early? Is it because there was an international break and they need to, fill columns and fill airtime by talking about this? Because from Trent's side, nothing's been agreed.
Yeah.
From Liverpool side's nothing been agreed, and Real Madrid, nothing has been agreed either. There's talk about, them giving us some money if they want him to play in the Club World Cup in June or July, which would actually bring forward the end of his contract. Do you think, Doyle, that Trent Alexander-Arnold is 100% still going to leave Liverpool this summer?
Yeah. I just haven't said that. I was just what I was doing was looking for the quote that I'd been talking about with my mates, and it was Sky Sports, and it was after everything come out, and Trent was leaving. Definitely, it's happened. Everything signed, all that crap. And it was Sky Sports basically saying that the two parties are confused as to why this news has come out, because nothing at all has been agreed. Nothing. No one's even reached out to Trent. So Trent is confused as to why it's all over social media, and he's also tried to keep everything private, but you can't do that when you're trying to sign for Real Madrid. I think he's still going to leave. I do. And part of me doesn't begrudge him for it, because I'm like, you've done everything that you can possibly do for this club. The part that's upsetting for me as a scouser is he's exceptional. He is a talent that we need. And Jamie Carragher said it, and it was something I never thought about. As a scouser, yeah, and you yourself, lad, when you play for Liverpool, if you play for Liverpool, what you want to do is become the best team in the country, right? And who was the previous best team? It's Man United. And they're very close on trophies. So if you're looking at that, you want to say, I want to pull away from Manchester United as far as possible whilst I've got these 8 years, because I love and adore Liverpool Football Club, because that's who I am. That's me. That's what Gerrard did. He tried his best to go and win cups, right? Having said that, he's done everything that Gerrard hasn't. He's done all of it, bro. There's nothing that Trent hasn't done for Liverpool Club that we've asked him to do. Delivered. So how can you then say to him, right, we want more, when he's been getting an offer from Real Madrid? And if you think about the players that have went there, when was the last scouser that went there, lad? Was it 30 years ago?
Steve McManaman.
30 years ago, lad. This is a special, special club. It is. I hate it. Absolutely despise it. But it is.
They're the only club in world football that can little bro us.
Yeah. And they can little bro anybody. So let's not get mistaken, right? All these Arsenal fans that are saying Liverpool have got no pull and they can't... Neither of you. I don't know what you're talking about. If Real Madrid came for Saka or Saliba right now, watch what they would do, lad. They'd chip. That's what would happen, lad. And I hate this thing, right, as well. Like, Liverpool fans are allowed to be upset with Trent leaving. He's a scouser. He's not like Coutinho or some other player from a different...
but at least Coutinho and Suarez signed a big, massive deal so we could get the dough in.
And that's the thing, right?
I've been really angry with the kind of rigmarole that's followed this story that we still don't know if it's 100% true. Yes, we both still believe that he's going to leave, but for the timing of it to come out now, 5 games away from winning the title is unacceptable.
I
know that's not Trent's fault necessarily, but because he hasn't spoken, he's allowed the Spanish media to control the narrative.
But he's never spoken on any of his contracts, ever. So it's consistent from him. It's Real Madrid, bro. Anything around Real Madrid is just...
Real Madrid anymore.
I know.
And
it's
people
horrible.
saying, they're not rivals. He can go there with his head held.
They're
Yes,
rivals.
They are rivals.
They're rivals.
Maybe not to you, Arsenal fans, because you've played.
We've lost
you're
two
about to play them
Champions League
once in the last 20 years. Trent has watched them with his own eyes pick up a Champions League trophy twice.
How many times have we played Real Madrid in the last 5 years? In the group stages
5,
as well?
6 times.
Like a lot. They're rivals.
We play them every year. Apart from last season in the Europa League, we've played them twice in 2020. We played them in 2018 in the final. We lost. 2018-19 we didn't play them. 2021 we played them in the round of 16. We lost both. Or I think we drew 0-0 and lost 3-1 away. 2022 we played them in the final. 2023 we're in the Europa League.
2024 was
In
at the league when
2024,
we
played them as
Nunez
well.
scored that goal.
So I don't want to hear about rivals. Oh, they're not rivals. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And the other thing as well, like you touched on it, Arsenal fans saying, you know, it's like I was with my dad yesterday in Tenerife and Paul Merson popped up saying, oh, Liverpool fans should be happy for him. I'm sorry, right? But I'm not sorry. If you are a rival fan that has an opinion on this, we don't care.
Yeah.
You know that quote, right?
Simple as
Never
that.
take advice off someone who hasn't been there and done it themselves. All these players and ex-pros and YouTubers saying, oh, let him go there with his head held high. I'm sorry, but you can't relate. So I will not take your opinion as one of the holds weight, because you can't talk on this situation. It doesn't relate to anything your club's been through. And second of all, yes, he is our rival, right? And with all due respect to these people chiming in with their opinions on Trent, Liverpool, with all due respect, Liverpool fans couldn't care less about what non-Liverpool fans think about this situation.
Yeah, I agree. And don't get me wrong, like, we're YouTubers, right? We don't know everything about football. But we are Scousers, and I do love Liverpool, and I do want a Scouser to play for Liverpool, and I understand why Scousers are sad to see a Scouser leave the team. It's a big thing. We've got a massive sense of identity in the city, and it's very, very important that a key component of Liverpool's football team is a Scouser at the top of it. It's as simple as that. It's always been important to us. So when one of our own almost shuns us to go to a club that we know is a bitter rival of ours and is taking trophies away from us, it hurts, and there's going to be people with visceral reactions that say stupid, silly things that make other rival fans have reactions, and I totally understand that. But Gilly's right. None of us care. We don't care. It's just sad, and we're frustrated. But I do agree that some of the stuff that's been coming out is just ridiculous. I've seen some Liverpool fans saying Trent should not start another game for Liverpool and he shouldn't be playing, and we should take the captaincy off him and we should watch him win. Like, that's stupid. Don't be silly. He's helped us win this Premier League. He's won the Premier League, the Champions League, everything. We're allowed to be disappointed, but don't be stupid, okay? It's as simple as that. He's going to go to Real Madrid, and once he's there, I'll put it out my mind, and I'll try and watch some games with him there, and I'm not going to be super happy about it, but that's just the way it is. The game is the game.
We'll play them next year now.
We probably will, and he'll probably have a bad game against us. Like, I can't tell you how he's going to do there. It's honestly 50-50 to me. It is. If he gets Alonso, it's going to be work more in his favour. But even so, it's about the Real Madrid fans, right? They're not like us.
3 bad games.
They're not like us.
You.
We love you, Trent, lad. Like, we do, mate. We think you're an exceptional footballer, and you definitely have weaknesses in your game, but you excel so highly in certain areas that we absolutely back you. And you won't get that from Real Madrid fans. You simply won't. So when you get nutmegged and you're getting taken twisted by a winger, it happens. It's an occupational hazard. We totally understand. Real Madrid fans won't understand that. They'll expect the absolute best and not to let anyone get past you, whilst you're also delivering assists to these top players. And to be fair, you obviously think that you can do that, which is why you're thinking of moving to there. So if you can back yourself to do that, good on you, because you're a good enough footballer in my mind to do that. So let's see what happens. I'm disappointed, but I don't begrudge him. He's a legend, bro, and he's an exceptional football player for Liverpool Football Club.
I'm a little bit more on the fence with it all.
I get it.
Just because of the fact that he's obviously going to get a massive signing-on fee.
Yeah.
Which should be ours. I know he doesn't owe us anything. I know he came from the academy. We didn't pay anything for his services, but I can't help but look at the Suarez and Coutinho deals. Coutinho gets us the money. We win the league and the Champions League 2 years later. We can reinvest. But again, because he hasn't spoken, we've almost like rolled over to Madrid. Because Marca have said this, that for the last 2 years, because Fabrizio's been tweeting it for the last 2 years, it hurts. To watch in real time our legend, our local boy, just almost rolling over and allowing this narrative to be occurring in front of his face. And I do agree with what Carragher said. I don't agree with everything he says, but you're a Scouser. If you win this league, you're level on points with United. You're going to be the captain in 2 years. You could be the captain. You lifts the Premier League over Manchester United. It's all there for you. It's all laid out for the next 4 years of your journey. You'll get a fat wage. You've paid. You did a 4-year deal instead of 6. That was a bit cheeky. But if I'm honest with you, bro, the last 2 years he's been very like. There's been no tweets kissing the badge. It's been. He signed a Real Madrid shirt last year. Let's not forget. Cecil and Curtis were out in LA with him. right? Sitting with all the Madrid players. I hated that at the time. And everyone said, oh, leave him, leave him. No, I'm sorry. You don't sign a Real Madrid shirt when you're a Liverpool player last year. And there's been no interview saying how much he loves the club compared to the years before that when he'd be kissing the badge saying he wants to be the captain. I want to stay here for life. All of a sudden, the last year, actually, I don't really want to win the Premier League again with Liverpool. I'd rather win the Ballon d'Or. Like, he's had an attitude problem for 2 years now. He's not been the same Trent that we saw before where, you know, he's tweeting after the derby, the city is red, or kissing the badge. We've not seen any of that. He's walked past the fans at Tottenham away and they're all saying, Trent, give us... He's just headphones on, hood up, walking straight past them. Like, the attitude has been very different. The Trent from 2017, I'm going to say, to 2021, 22, since we lost that final to Madrid, I'm sorry, we haven't felt the same love that we've been giving Trent back to us in the last 2 years. This has obviously been on his mind, and it's definitely affected him mentally because, you know, he feels the best way to deal with this is to not speak about the contract. But if you don't speak, then everyone else will speak for you, and then all of a sudden you've lost control of the situation.
He's not speaking because he's going to leave, so he's waiting for the right moment to say, I'm going to leave. But the problem with that is the media create media wars. That's what they do, and capitalising on his silence. So that's what Real Madrid are looking at, right? So
but why have
it's a
we
very,
allowed
very
that to
smart
happen,
tactic.
man?
What they'll do is Trent's moving to Liverpool. What's that going to do? It's going to create visceral reactions from Liverpool fans, which are only going to encourage Trent to leave, because when he's seeing all these stupid things that people are saying about him, why is he going to want to then sign a Liverpool contract and fight and stay to prove people wrong that he's already proved that he's a capable, lovable, passionate footballer for Liverpool? I can't discredit everything that he's done based on one decision that he's making now. I understand, but he's a young man, right? And when he was first coming into the team, he's super grateful to play for Liverpool because this is his dream coming to actualisation. It's real. But no, he's cemented himself as one of the best players on the planet, and he deserves to have confidence with that because he is. He's earned the right to be confident.
But we haven't,
and that's what he is, and I understand it hurts.
we haven't felt the same
I get it.
love from
I
him.
understand
though.
it,
That's
lads.
changed, but he's
I
not the same
understand.
Trent that we saw in 2019.
But it's a different person as well, though, because he's a different
He's
footballer.
looking at the brand Trent. He's looking at David Beckham. You know, Carragher also mentioned, you know, him and Stevie, two local lads, probably from more working class areas than Trent.
Fowler.
In terms of like, yeah, Fowler as well. Obviously, you know, in an ideal world, Fowler stayed forever, Gerrard stayed forever, they won leagues. That didn't happen. Trent's done that. And there is a part of me that understands his way of thinking. Look, I've done it all. I want to challenge myself now. I understand that. But there's a way of doing it, bro. You've got to be open
So
and
then
transparent
what
with
would
the
you
fans. You've got to sign a new deal so we get the most money. Taking the sign-on fee and not speaking, for me, is like, you might as well do that to the Liverpool fans.
I hear it. I do. I hear that
honestly,
part of it.
I'm not happy with it.
But I also think that he's a 26-year-old lad that's not had this situation. When has Real Madrid ever... How do I explain this? Real Madrid have come in for him, and he's probably not known how to deal with the emotions and pressure around that situation. He's probably being told all kinds by his agent, who's a professional in that environment, right? Yeah,
And
he's a
he's
professional
also
in that
Henderson's
environment,
agent
so
as well.
he trusts him and goes, he knows what's best for me right here. He's also thinking about his own life. He's only got a very short life in football, and he might be thinking, you know, it's sunny in Spain, it's nice, I'll be able to have a new culture, new people, experience things that I would never experience if I stay here, that I've already done. I don't owe any Liverpool anything anymore. If we hadn't won the league, maybe I'd stay because I want to get that league with Liverpool. But I've done it, and I've done a Champions League. So what's the problem with me leaving, essentially? But the problem is
the way you do it, though,
it's
bro.
the problem is
the way you do it.
that's how he's going about it. But also, I give him grace because he's a young man. How is he supposed to know how to navigate this all and please a million fans of Liverpool? This is a difficult situation, bro, and I wouldn't know how to do it as a 32-year-old man, and I don't think a lot of people that comment on it would know how to navigate it. It's a brilliant one, but also, I hear it, maybe at the start of the season, he could have said, right, I'm leaving at the end of the season, guys, and that doesn't mean that I don't love Liverpool Football Club, because look at all the energy and life that I've given to this team, because I love them, but this is Real Madrid, and they're coming knocking, and when does a Scouser get to play for Real Madrid? And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there and show the world why Scousers are elite footballers, and I'm going to do that for all the Liverpool fans. And that's the way I would like to do it. But we don't live in an ideal world, and we don't know the situations and the context of everything, and if he's been told to say something, if he's been warned not to say something. There's so many, it's a very convoluted situation, lad, and that's why I'm not really getting angry or frustrated and
So I've
getting
just
on
got
his
my
back.
Kop ticket confirmed for Wednesday. So I'm buzzing.
Yeah.
Do you
Nice.
think
The little smile then
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
got that, lad.
Come on.
Yes.
Do you think he's just not got on with Arne Slot as well as he maybe wanted to?
No, I don't think that.
Because obviously he was crying. The last time we saw any emotion from Trent, if
Was
I'm
last
honest,
season.
was when he cried when Klopp left in
That's his
that
mentor.
final game. I know, it's like a father figure to him. But do you think he's just maybe not clicked as well with Slot as he did with Klopp?
No, I don't think that at all.
And here's the next question. If it was still Klopp, would he have signed a new deal?
I think so. I think it's nothing to do with Arne Slot. I think it's to do with the trajectory of the club and how it's in a moment of change. If you look at Mo Salah, you look at Virgil, you look at Trent, right? Trent is the only remaining player that can stay there for the next 5-8 years. The other two lads, we loved them, Mo Salah and Virgil. I hope you sign. But realistically, and then being real right now, they're probably not going to fade for 5 more years, right? Mo Salah's 32. He probably can't play till he's 37, but can he play at the top level, scoring as many goals as he can for Liverpool? Probably not. Maybe Virgil van Dijk can do it till 38. Maybe. He's an elite footballer. But it's not really, you're not really seeing it other than Thiago Silva, right? And like the elites. And he can do that, but it's no promise. Where there is a promise of Trent. Trent's 25, 26 years old. We're definitely going to get 7 years, something like that out of him. That's a guaranteed. So I think he's looking at the trajectory of the club, the moment to change, and thinking this is my only chance to really leave, because if I stay for an extra season, then it would be bad because I'm in the new project and I'm not doing that justice. So I think he's trying to weigh up his options, and this is probably a now or never situation. Leave to Real Madrid now or stay at Liverpool forever if you don't. And that's it. That's what it is. And he's chose to go to Real Madrid probably, and that's... What can you say, lad? What can you do?
Well, there's ways of doing it, and I think if he came out and spoke, you've lost, because the time from when you speak to when you leave, everyone would be thinking about when you're leaving instead of what you're giving us now. They'd be thinking, oh, he's leaving soon anyway. If you don't speak, you allow the media to control the narrative. So it's a lose-lose situation. There's no right or wrong way to do it, but I do think he could have done some bits and bobs to almost ensure Liverpool fans that, you know, I don't even know what
I think you should have done what Jurgen Klopp did. Jurgen Klopp said
he's going to leave
very early in the season and went, by the way, guys, love you all, but this is too much for me now, so I'm leaving. And he said that November.
In January.
So like January.
So
January
26th.
Maybe halfway through the season, and maybe could have done a little bit early. But I do think that prepared.
Or maybe when the league title is wrapped up, then he says it with 4 games to go. I mean, there's been so much to...
It's too late.
Yeah.
All of this is too late. That's the problem.
Mean, what reception is he going to get on the last day of the season with the trophy in his hands?
He should get a good one because he's worked for it. It's as simple as that, lad. I get it. I totally understand the pain because I feel it too. It's horrible. I know it's stupid, right? We're just talking about footballers and they don't have any impact on us personally, but they do because it's our football club and we love it and we're passionate about it. But it hurts for a Scouser to want to shun us to go to a better team, the best team in the world, and that is painful.
Fed up. I spoke to Raul, and when I was in
I don't
Tenerife,
even mention, no, lads. I don't want to hear what he's got to say, to be honest with you.
Do you know what? He was quite graceful. I said, he actually sent me a compliment, and then I said, F you for free. And he was like, hang on, I've just sent you a compliment, and this is what you're saying to me. I was like, oh yeah,
yes.
Thanks for that. But yeah, still hold that for free. And in Tenerife, there's a big shout out to El Botijo. It's like the best restaurant where my dad lives. The waiter there, Miguel, big Real Madrid fan, right? And the other night, I was ill, wasn't I? So we got a pizza delivered to the gaff. And I called up and I said, deliver, yeah? And he went, yeah, deliver. And I said it was for me. He went, oh, if it's for you, no delivery. And I said, hang on, you're taking Trent for free. Yes, there is a free delivery. And you're bringing it to the door as well. Yeah. So he did, bless him.
No, he's
Shout
not
out
funny.
to El Botijo. But yeah, the burning hot topic during the international break in the last week has been Trent leaving. He is definitely going to go. We do think that now, but
there's no concrete evidence, right? We're just speculating. That's all we're doing, based off all the stuff that's on the internet. But our own, the way he's going about and navigated this season, our own intuition says he's going to leave.
Yeah, and I want to speak about, forget the 3 contracts that we all know about. I want to speak about the other contracts, the Konates, the Alis, the Bradleys, the Diazes, and we'll get to that. But just before we leave this Trent thing, did you see the video that Mo Salah posted?
I was about to mention this.
So he's on the sofa. I don't know whose Ken it was. Don't know whose house it was. But there was Konate on the edge of the sofa. He looked locked into the combo as well.
I don't know if that was. I think
Konate at the end. Trust me, yeah. Ibu was there. Dominic.
Yeah. Trent
And
Salah.
Mo.
Yeah.
It was just them 4, right?
Yeah.
or maybe there was someone out of camera, but Mo's done the little thing, like, like, not that I know really, but
Like, I'm trying to speak to him now, the boys.
If you were like single and you're at a party,
and
you wanted to like make your ex jealous, and
yeah.
there was like good-looking girls at this party. It's one of them where you do that and just Trent's clocked him. I don't know if you've seen the video. Trent's kind of deep in convo and he's gone, like we've had it before, right? Where we're talking and someone's filming us on the slide. You're kind of going,
you clock
like,
it? Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah.
And Trent's kind of talking and so almost like they all look locked in. And Trent's kind of gone like that. And and Mo's kind of put the phone down and posted that. What does that mean? What were they talking about? And for Mo to post that, I mean, I almost just wanted to hold up the Madrid shirt now.
Because that could mean 75 million different things.
What do you think it means at home?
Yeah,
Trent hanging out with Mo, Sobo,
Yeah.
Ibu on the sofa. I don't know whose house it was, but what does that mean?
It could mean, look, I'm speaking to him, the firm. I'm trying to get him to sign for Liverpool. Or it could mean, look, this is the last few moments that we're going to get to spend together where we're free. So I'm spending it because I love Trent and we spent
Is
this
it an
many years together.
intervention?
No, bro. The lads, right, will not be trying to do anything that Trent doesn't want to do, my mate. Just think about this, lad. I want you to understand this, right? We all, me, you, Jack, P-Mac, we all play for Liverpool and that, yeah. No, maybe not Jack, but we'll just say.
Hypothetically, yeah.
And we're all in ours, and I'm going to sign for Real Madrid, lad. And I'm saying, boys, I'm going to sign for Real Madrid. This is mad, this, innit? This is sick. Like,
would you want me to be videoing you, though?
No, you wouldn't want me to be videoing, definitely
Right.
not. But I'll be saying it, and you'd be going, do you know what, Doyle? Do it, lad. You'd be like, I don't want you to leave, lad. But also, this is sick for you, because I love you, Doyle, lad. You're my mate, and I want you to prosper. So for you, lad, celebrate, yeah. I don't think any of the players are going to be on his back and saying anything.
So they're not all gathering round there to be like, stay,
no,
don't
that's
go.
unfair to Trent. That's not fair.
But
bro.
do you think Trent is saying to Mo a bit like, why have you put that out? Like, what are you doing a bit?
Maybe that's like, yeah, because all it's doing is doing this now.
Yeah.
Like, now we're thinking about it going, is he going to stay? Because Mo Salah's with him. No, lad, no, he's not. We're grown ass people. We know this, right? It is what it is. Just accept what's happening and support him for the rest of the season so we can get the Premier League, celebrate, he can get on his merry way, and then we'll bring in young Connor and we'll get him cemented in the team and we'll prop him up like we have Trent and we'll celebrate and be successful anyway. Don't worry, we're Liverpool.
So there's nothing in that video?
Not for me, lad. I don't think there's anything in anything. I think my mind's made up and Trent is leaving to go to Real Madrid.
I would love to have been a fly on the wall in that room.
Of course, everyone would. Every single.
Because it looks like he was really talking some stuff.
Yeah, he was all tucked up and that on the couch and
He
that
was
way,
kind
with
of
his socks
the arms
on.
were going, then he was a bit like, why are you filming me, bro?
Yeah,
I'm talking. Like, what's going on?
Don't read into it. Trent's gonna leave. I'm sorry, guys. That's just my intuition. Maybe he won't. I'll be incredibly shocked by the end of the season if Trent is a Liverpool player. I will. Well, it's not that I'm saying he's going to definitely leave because I don't know. I haven't got some insider knowledge also, and I don't know. But I just think my intuition tells me he's gone.
He's leaving, but there was a bit of a subliminal message.
There's
there
always
lad,
that thing that he did earlier in the season. Like,
I mean,
I'm not doing all this crap, lads.
That looks embarrassing now. Let's have it right.
No, it doesn't.
That looks embarrassing
It doesn't, right?
now.
Because
I
said it straight away when he did it. That was not about Liverpool fans. That was about all the media talking and him still performing. Because he just scored. He just scored a goal and was like, none of the media stuff is affecting me, because the game before was against Man United and everyone was saying how the media had affected them. So he
that was his
bounced
worst
back.
game for Liverpool.
Yeah, it was
ever.
terrible. But the week after he scored, and that's why he celebrated like this, going and everyone was on his back.
So
saying,
that's not him saying,
no,
I'm
absolutely
signing,
not.
all this
I
chat.
don't know why people are reading into these things. It's very obvious. It's blatant in front of you. We're just doing hopeful thinking. Don't do the hopeful thinking. Be realist. This is real in front of you. Look at it with logic and reality. It's fine. It's painful, but that's what's happening. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from Trent.
As we will in the summer as well.
As we will. In the summer as
Unfortunately.
well. Just like Trent, I pissed off to Spain this week as well.
Yeah.
But Liverpool 2 hours ago announced, and this is, I really like this news.
Go ahead.
Have you heard this?
No.
Liverpool say,
Japan.
we will head back to Asia
Yeah.
for this year's pre-season tour, kicking off by playing AC Milan in Hong Kong, China.
Yeah.
Followed by a first ever summer visit to Japan.
Yeah, seen that.
I love that.
How sick would that be if we went, by the way?
Oh, mate.
Lad, I want to go to Japan anyway, right?
Everything,
all the clothes I wear are Japanese. This t-shirt is Japanese, right?
Uniqlo.
Yeah. And I just want to go because that's an incredible country to go to, the culture, everything about it. But to watch Liverpool in Japan would just be, like they're insane.
I can't. And AC Milan, it would be the 25th year anniversary of the Istanbul game. That's what it's set up to do. But because of the Club World Cup in America, and we're not in that, I think the owners have just gone, do you know what? Would we even, I mean, yes, we would, but they're in their heads, they're thinking, would we sell out a 100,000 seater stadium when there's a Club World Cup going on down the road? Let's just leave America this year. I actually don't like America pre-season tours.
Why?
I'd rather the club go to, I remember in 2008 they went to Thailand, and that's why there's so many Thai fans. Go to Africa, go to even Australia. The America pre-season thing is so overdone for me, man.
I do love Japan.
I know we've got American owners, but everyone does American pre-season tours, and I'm fed up with them.
I don't mind the American ones, but it's also good to go to other places, definitely, especially when you've got
time
players like
difference
Endo.
is going to be mad there as well. Endo, right?
Yeah. So that's great for me. I love the thought, because I like Japan, love Japan. I love the thought of Japanese kids supporting Endo with a Liverpool shirt on. That makes me happy.
Over a Mo Salah shirt.
That's sick.
They're wearing Endo shirts.
Yeah, that's so
Captain
sick.
Of Japan.
That's boss.
Of course. Just quickly before we leave then, and before we do the Everton preview, on the contracts, Diaz is still on 55k a week, which...
That's low, bro.
When you look at what Mason Mount's on, 250k, Grealish 350k.
He needs another contract, lad. He does.
He does. I mean, there's
there's question marks about his performances, but in my opinion, he's definitely performed better than that wage this season.
Oh God, yeah.
Like,
and he started off incredibly. It's just dipped off. He scored a really good goal for Colombia the other day, though.
No, it wasn't that overhead. That was a few months ago. I seen which one it come out.
No, it was a little drag back, and he roofed it.
It
was really good. It was against Paraguay. I think they drew 2-2.
There's a few of them roofed finished. Remember the one against Arsenal as well?
Yeah.
He puts them in right in the roof.
Right in the roof.
Yeah.
So he'll hopefully sign for. I mean, you could double his wage.
I agree.
Happy with that,
and he probably deserves it, to be honest.
Yeah, even 150, triple his wage.
Bro, at 55.
Conor Bradley needs a new deal.
Yes, you need a proper deal, big deal.
6 years.
Yeah, big deal.
Ibu Konate, again,
massive deal.
4 or 5 years.
He's the future of our centre backs, lad. We need to keep him.
There's still other players that need them.
Ali, I would say give Ali another 2-year contract as well, lad. Stick another 2 years, 3 years on top of his contract. We need him there at the club, even if he's not starting. He's an elite, the best goalkeeper. Need him in the changes.
Right, so we've spoken a lot about Trent, and that talk will continue. But let's focus this week on winning the first out of the 5 following games to win the Premier League. I don't really want to hear about Trent now. Like, the international break's done. I don't want to hear about him.
It's not important anymore.
I know he's injured now anyway, and he might not even play for Liverpool ever again now. I don't want to hear about it now until after a week of partying, after we've won the league. Then I can stomach it. But right now, it's distracting. It could derail us. Yeah. I don't want to hear it. Focus now. Focus time. Anyway, Doyle, big up to you, brother. Make sure you guys watch our Everton preview next. Smash that like button. Get your comments in for all the hot topics that we've spoken about today. Subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next week, where hopefully we've won a couple of games, because it feels like forever since we've played a game, I'll be honest. So
yeah, we need 6 points this week.
And hopefully Doyle's still in the old shorts as the weeks fly on, closer to winning this Premier League. Anyway, take care. All the best. We'll see you on Wednesday after the game outside Anfield. Take care.